Section 2.3 is solving a formula for a specific variable. And I would say this is mostly used if like a science course or a finance course or a geometry course, any course where there's formulas. A lot of times if you have certain information that's given, then sometimes there could be a different form to a formula that's more beneficial. So like the area is equal to length times width that we see here, if they're always giving you the area and always giving you the length, then if we were to solve for W, it would be a lot easier to calculate a massive amount of problems. If you were to have like an Excel spreadsheet where you want to always display what that is, then you would need to actually type in the formula as solve for W. So rearranging formulas is kind of an important thing in a lot of different fields. Algebraically, it's actually very similar to, or exactly the same as what we have been doing with our normal equations. It just feels different. It just looks different. So it's like if I were to have a hypothetical problem here where I had 6 is equal to 2x, and we're solving for x. So I need to divide both sides by 2 here. Similar or the same actually situation here. I'm solving for w. W is being multiplied by L. So the L is what's in the way. So I need to divide by L. And then to keep this legal, I need to divide the other side by L. So W is going to be solved for here. And on the other side, I can't simplify that. So like in our hypothetical normal problem, then this would be 3. But over here, I can't simplify that. So I'm just going to leave that as A is equal, or I should say W is equal to A over L. And that's going to be our answer. So our answers are really all of these formulas just rearranged. Now, they could ask you to rearrange this formula for L as a separate problem. So you need to be really careful about which variable they're asking you to isolate. On number 2, we have A is equal to 1/2 BH for H. So the first thing I want to do is actually get rid of those, or get rid of that fraction. So I can always get rid of a fraction by multiplying by the reciprocal. So I have a 1 over 2. If I multiply by 2 over 1, that will get rid of that. But then to keep this legal, I need to multiply the other side by 2 over 1. So I have 2a is equal to, again, these will cancel out, and I'll have bh. And then I need to get h by itself. So I want to divide both sides by b. And if I do that, then h is equal to 2a over b. And then lastly, let's look at number 3. I'm trying to solve for t. This is that formula that we were using, although the p isn't capitalized. So I need to get t by itself. Both the p and the r, are being multiplied by the t. So you can actually divide it by both in one step. So if I just divide both sides by PR, then your t is equal to I over PR. So it's like in the finance problems, if you were given the interest, given the principal, and given the rate, and they were asking for the time, then instead of always dividing by the P and the R, if you just use this formula instead of the main formula, then that would actually save time if you're doing a lot of problems.